Hello everyone, my name is Hectic and welcome back to the channel. And today we're doing, as I said, a GTA video. So today I'm going to be giving you a bit of a business guide, and today it's on the nightclub. And this is going to be weird starting out because the nightclub is probably one of the most complex businesses to do a guide over, and one of the more complex businesses in the game to begin with. I'm sorry if this audio is messed up. I am doing a re-recording of a video I tried uploading before, but took it down because I had to talk low in that one. Also, I'm using a built-in microphone, my actual new microphone that I spent about $100 with. Doesn't get in for another 2-ish days. So I'm going to try this, and I will do any sort of audio editing that I need to, or that I can, to get this audio as clean as I can. But if it's not clean, I apologize to you guys. So starting off, the nightclub. Nightclub is the most passive business, I would say, in all of GTA Online. Let's do this. Hang on, I really want to not hear this audio, but so I can just take off these. So, and how do you buy the nightclub? To start off, you go to Maze Foreclosure's website and go to nightclubs, and you will see the locations of the nightclubs on your map. Location really doesn't matter too much, except for if you want to be closer for like sell missions and stuff, because they usually give you like up top here, like these type of areas. They like to give you at least like 3-ish miles for your cell missions. Within that, I do have the one at LISA. Most people don't recommend this one, but again, I don't mind doing that for a few times within that. Nightclubs usually range to about 1.6 to like 1.8 million ish. They are 40% off this week that I'm recording this video. So like what this most one expensive one, West Vinewood, is $1,700,000, but this week you can buy it for $1,020,000, and they're going as cheap like $700,000 as you saw with that one right there. I'm not sure how much the one that I have right now, but once you buy that one for about your $1.5 million plus, let's get into what do you buy when you do all of this stuff. Do not buy any of these cosmetic ones. The light rig, the nightclub name, just go with the default one. In this case, it's Omega. Don't buy the dancers or the dry ice unless you have tons of cash lying around. You usually do all of these excess stuff way later in the game. The one that you do want to worry about is the storage. The storage, there's going to be a few ways that you make money with the nightclub. It's through the nightclub itself, which has a safe. I'll get into that after I explain this. And the warehouse down in the basement. So these extra floors to your storage facility are for the warehouse downstairs. You can have up to five floors to your storage facility. I'm not sure the cost on these because I just bought all of these. They are 40% off, which means the floors are that. They're going to run you about $200,000 each one, $200,000 to $300,000 this week with the 40% off for each floor. I'm not sure how it is with the regular ones. I didn't come prepared for that one. But they will hold a lot of product, as you will see after I explain this one. Next up is the car garages. You get one vehicle for the nightclub service entrance. You can hold one personal vehicle in there. And then every other garage up to 4, which looking like that it's costing me not too much, $180,000, $88,000 for these. Each one of these are 10 cars each. So you can have the second one. This one comes with the first one, which I don't think is a 10-car garage. Actually, I think it is. So you can have up to 40 cars here. Actually, 41 if you include the one in the service entrance. So for those, they're not going to cost you that much, and they're pretty much dirt cheap this week with these sales off. good for holding in a lot of cars if you're that type of person. I would also recommend not buying a whole lot of car garages until you have a lot of spare money running around, because you should probably be investing in businesses early on anyway in the game, especially if you're new. Don't worry about these too much. Every now and then you can come and buy one of these, because extra storage is extra storage. You might as well buy the garages first before the cars, just so that way you don't forget. Because you can get into a big spree where you start buying cars and then run out of storage, and then you're like, oh crap, where do I place stuff? So that's what you can do. I recommend purchasing as much storage as you can with the nightclub on this. Just like most YouTubers are going to say, you do not buy this property first. You must have a bunch of other businesses first. So, starting off, how do you make money within this wall safe? Go away, Lester, is how you will generate income. Now with the new Criminal Enterprises DLC, you can earn with maximum. You have popping down in the right hand corner. Sorry, let me explain this correctly. Down in the right hand corner, you have this little bar that shows popularity, and for me, it's almost 4.5 bars full. And this will determine how much money your nightclub makes per hour in GTA Online. Yes, this income, you do have to be logged in for it to earn this income. Everything on here does have to be. Right now I'm at $50,000. With it full and about 4.5 bars full, you will earn $50,000 every hour that you're in GTA Online. Up to $250,000 is the max that this safe can hold. We will go ahead and snag out that $50,000. So this popularity, this is where the mainly passive income is going to come. A lot of this. So we can go ahead and snag that $50,000 right here. To keep up the popularity, unlike in the past, every now and then, as you can see on the map that I'm moving around, there's this blue dot. And if you have the staff upgrade, which we'll get into that, this feature will become available to you, and this is new to the Criminal Enterprises DLC to keep up your popularity missions. You can go, your Marcel, who is your bouncer for the nightclub, will every now and then text you just like this. I just look for the blue dot or the person, and he'll say, oh, there's a person that needs to be kicked out of the nightclub because they either got too drunk or there's a VIP missing, or they're complaining about something like this guy is, and you just go up to him, eject him from it, and this will give you about a bar-ish, if not a bar and a half, of popularity, and $10,000 each time. I believe this shows up every 24 to 48 minutes. Don't quote me on that. But as you can see now, my 4.5 bar is filled, so this is a really good deal to do to bring up your nightclub popularity. However, it is not the only way that you can do that. You could do the old school way of going back to the computer here. What do you mean? I'm not registered as a CEO. My bad. Or nightclub or motorcycle club president. By the way, this is one of those businesses you can run as either one of these two. I'm going to choose the CEO because I only hit MC whenever I'm in an actual MC thing. Every other time I'm a CEO. So you can come up here. As you can see here, in Nightclub Management, this will tell me what's my daily income right now because my popularity is full. It'll be $50,000 up to a max of $250,000. You can hit here, Promote Club, which will give you a nightclub popularity mission. I don't have footage of this, and I'm certainly not going to show you this on camera right now in this video. But these generally suck. It's going to be, most people are familiar with the poster missions from long ago. It has one of those where you like fly around a blimp around town, which I can't do aircraft at all in this game. So even the blimp mission is hard for me. doing that, but they're generally time consuming and they suck, so I don't recommend doing that unless if your popularity is way down and you really need to bring them out, which I believe during the missions, I forget if they completely fill up. I think it might be only a bar and a half of popularity. I'm not sure. I should have done my research on that. My bad, people. But you can do that, or you can, again, call Tony, the nightclub manager, and he'll do basically the same thing as pressing this button. And you can do that to raise up your nightclub popularity to get that maximum $50,000. Even with your nightclub popularity down, the least amount you can pay is $1,500 per hour. Still not too bad within that. So, but if you try to keep it up, like come back here and just spawn here every like 48 minutes, it's fine. The next thing you could do is swap out the DJ or book resident DJs. The first time that you book them, they will cost $100,000 and you have to have a mission with them. Most of them suck. Most of the missions in GTA suck. Especially for somebody like me, I may be level 90 on it, but some of my skill sets in some missions just suck, especially with aircraft and that. I'm not that great. And as a mainly solo player, some of these things can get really challenging for me because I just don't practice a lot of those skill sets, and that's on me. So even some of these, like I'm in the middle of the Black Madonna mission where I have to just go and collect him, but I have to use a cargo, I believe a cargo bob or helicopter to pick up the Black Madonna who's trapped in a police car and all that. So it's a helicopter, which I'm not good at flying. So I crashed the helicopter, long story short. I couldn't get it over. I'm not that skilled at aircraft. And now if I could get him from on the ground and that stuff, that's fine. I can do that easily. So once you have it, they will fill up, the first time that you book them, they will fill up your nightclub popularity to the max. So if you need it in a crutch, one of the DJs you haven't hired yet, that's fine. You go out, do that mission, and you'll have full popularity. Next up, you can swap out resident DJs for $10,000 at a time. And this will give you half a bar of popularity each time. So you may have to back and forth go and get... may have to go back and forth spending $10,000 to fill up your popularity. Usually this is most effective when you're down to about 3.5 bars-ish and you really want to go back up, not when you're down at 0. If you're at 0, book this, do some other stuff. It's going to suck. I'll tell you how I got down to 0 and then back up. I'll tell you about that. But you can do that for $10,000, which is basically nothing, to swap them out, especially if you don't like what type of music they play, and you can just swap them out within that. Now, so that's all of that with the popularity and stuff has to do with generating that passive income in the safe. Yes? So now let's get into the actual warehouse itself. So now you see up here, you can hire warehouse technicians to go and source goods for you to bring to your nightclub warehouse, and you'll make money off of that. Now, here's the thing. You have to own multiple businesses or other businesses in order to source nightclub goods with your technicians. And I'll tell you here, let me pull up also because there is something that I need to pull up to reference here. Something else. Okay, so let's see here. So each technician that you buy is going to cost you around, I think the first one is like $175,000, the next one's like $300,000. So it'll cost you about a couple $100,000, if not to like $200,000 per technician. As hire as many as you have money laying around, because this will be great. This will be the next passive income that you get, and this is worth it, yes, to throw in all your money here. So what is all of this? What does this mean? So all of these guys are going to source one of these, and you can get only 5 at a time. Cargo and shipments refers to a CEO, crate warehouse, or a hangar or the hangar business. not the vehicle warehouse. You're not going to ship from the vehicle warehouse, I believe. From that, you have to have a hangar or a CEO crate warehouse specifically to get cargo and shipments. Your sporting goods refers to your bunker. Your South American imports here refers to, and for sake of not being demonetized, I would refer this as to the Coke business, Coca-Cola. We're selling Coca-Cola. Lol. Take that, YouTube, or everybody knows what I'm talking about. But that's what that one is. Pharmaceutical research is the blue stuff. You know what the blue stuff is? The stuff that comes in like those tags. It's a type of lab, blue stuff. So that's what pharmaceutical research is. Organic produce refers to your green stuff, your plants, Printing and copying refers to your document forgery, and cash creation is your counterfeit cash factory. Yes, so now you can assign technicians to only 5 of these at a time. And as I found out for myself and from other YouTubers as well, what are the 5 best businesses to select with one of these? And you do have to own all of these and have them at least set up for you to generate crates for the nightclub. Yes, you can have 0 stock in them at all as long as they're not shut down or you just purchased the business and haven't set it up. If you haven't done those 2 things, you'll still make money for the nightclub. So the ones that will earn you the most are going to be cargo and shipments, which will you'll acquire 1 crate every 70 minutes or a value of $10,000 per hour, I think. Although this research that I'm looking at says 8,570 per hour, I'm going to call that as cap. As one of these two values is cap. I'm not sure. I think it's 8,570 per. No, it's 10,000 per because I have 14 out of 50. I'm at 140,000. For that. So cargo and shipments every 70 minutes. That's going to take up one of the most time to get it. Next one is going to be the sporting goods. So your bunker at South American Imports is going to acquire sporting goods. Every 40 minutes you're going to get some crates, and this is going to be up to 7,500 an hour or $5,000 per crate. Let me do the math on this one because this is again sketchy. I did do my research, but I didn't do it that great because I'm getting 2 different values here from this one article that I've read within that. Divided by 23. Okay, so it is $5,000 per crate you'll get from the sporting goods. Yes. And that will really stack up. You'll get a lot from this. As you can tell, I purchased 5 storage slots for my nightclub, and that will hold up to 100 crates of this. And I have 23 out of 100 and 40 out of 50. These usually take a while, but the sporting goods will give you a good amount. I believe the sporting goods give you... sporting goods will give you the second most amount per hour, but it'll stack up more. Next one is the South American Imports. As you said, within that's the Coke factory. It'll occur every 120 minutes, so that's over an hour. That's an hour. That's 60 times 2. That's like 2 hours, if I did that math right. For every crate for every $20,000 per. Yeah, so South American Imports, that's going to take a long time. Make sure that your technician is assigned there for that, and make sure that you fill that up as much. Now, it's going to take the most and has the least amount, crates up to a max of 10 if you purchase all your storage, but the sporting goods is going to accrue more crates, so that's actually going to give you a little bit more because of that edge on that. But that's your co-factory. It's sure that you own that one. So that's the third. That's one of the third best one. The next one is the pharmaceutical research. We knew what one that was, and that's going to occur every hour, 60 minutes, and that should have a value of 8,500 per hour, which right now I have 16 out of 20 for $183,600 on that. And then the next one is going to be cash creation. So start off with these 5 ones. Cash creation is going to occur every single 30 minutes. Only 30 minutes it takes to accrue a cash for that at 3,500 or is it 7,000? Let me do the math yet again. 141,750 divided by 30, which will give you 4,725. So about $5,000 per hour for the cash factory on this, and I have 30 out of 40 completed. So those are the 5 best businesses that will earn you the most money in the nightclub. So cargo shipment, sporting goods, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, and cash creation. Make sure you source those first before you source anything else. Now, once one of these is full, yeah, you want to get all 7 of these other ones. So if you do get the document forgery and the plant factory here, definitely set those ones up just for the nightclub, if anything else, because the businesses don't really earn you that much money in return. But the printing and copying, that will give you a crate every 15 minutes for about $1,000-ish per crate, if not a little bit more. And I have 2 out of 60, so that'll hold a lot. 15 minutes, that'll take the least amount to source. However, don't do that until you're done with these other ones here. Yeah. So that one, and then the organic produce is going to take 20 minutes to occur at about 1,500 per crate. Yes. So if you have these businesses, if nothing else, get the top 5 businesses, buy those businesses, set them up. If nothing else, if you don't even sell the product from those businesses, that's fine. It's not, the nightclub's not going to affect the stock or anything in there. Do it for the nightclub, if nothing else. Yes, and get these other 2, that factory plus the document forgery, get those as well, just for the nightclub, if nothing else. I believe I can't confirm this yet, but I believe if you have a bit of stock in any one of these businesses after they're filled up, I believe the product increases in value slightly. So I can't tell that. Let me know in the comments if that's true. So that's sourcing all of this. That's going to take some time. You may want to do some AFKing to do this. It's going to take, I believe, if I remember correctly, to get all of these warehouses complete and like completely filled. It'll take 9 days. I think that's either in-game days. I believe that's in-game days, and about 3-ish real-life days to actually do all of that stuff. I'll talk about how you can AFK within that. At the end, you'll sell all your goods for a good amount of money. Now, Tony, the nightclub owner, will take 10% of the cut, so it's recommended you sell over $1 million per sell. Now, you'll get only 1 sell vehicle per that, and we'll go over which ones that is. Sorry, guys, if you've made it this far in, this is going to be a long video because this is a big business, a very complicated business. You can also fill in these special orders. I don't recommend doing any of these. There's really no point. You get less money doing these. I'm not sure if that's to help unlock a trade price or something. I'll have to research into that, why that's a thing. But you can do that if you want. But I would never sell the nightclub unless if it's absolutely full, or you're just like, I desperately need that $800,000 which has accrued in my thing right now. So, also, by the way, upgrades is where this is going to come in, because so that way you can get all of these accrued very fast, plus your value. I don't think the value increases in this one. it'll increase the productivity, unlike the MC businesses where most of the equipment or the staff will slightly increase the value of this. I don't think that applies to the nightclub. So the equipment upgrade will cost you about $1.4 million to get. This will make them do it faster, will accrue the goods faster. Very helpful in that, especially if you go AFK. I'll talk about that. Staff upgrade. This will reduce how fast your popularity decreases. Plus, it'll give you that option to throw out that customer, all of that stuff. I think that's how you get it. It might be because of the update. I think that might be default. Do not quote me on that. I think the staff upgrade might trigger that. I'm not sure. But I panicked because I thought, oh yeah, the bouncers within that. But that might be how that activates. If not, it'll just help your popularity stay up for much longer. Staff upgrade will cost you around, what was it, like 375,000, if not a little bit more. Security upgrade. This one is worth getting if you're wanting to AFK to help accrue those goods. And they'll give you cameras that you can look in, and you won't be booted from the session when you do that. So I AFK, I leave my laptop on overnight. It doesn't blow up, surprisingly, and money will be made passively with that. That's the only reason why I would get the security upgrade. You don't need to worry about your nightclub being raided. I don't think I've ever had my businesses raided before, but that'll cost you $695,000. If you want to AFK to get some of these goods faster, I would also recommend that upgrade as well. So that's how you gain some of that money. Another thing to AFK is you can watch the live DJ stream directly from this. I used to use this as an AFK method. However, it is wonky at times, and sometimes you will be booted from the session. There's no guarantee that you will do, but initially that's also an AFK session. So right here, right next to me is the cameras because we have the security upgrade. You can gain that. So big money that you can get within that. Let's go down to the basement. So this elevator right here is how you can get to all of this, which, by the way, behind the office right here, this is the service entrance, and that will hold one car, by the way. So if we go here on one of these, I believe it's only on basement level. It's on basement level 1 will hold your sell vehicles, and then every other one is a car garage. Correct. This can also hold your terabyte, by the way. A terabyte. Yeah, now, if you go to Warstock and Cash and purchase that for about $1.2 million, this is where it's stored at. Very good, terabyte, very good option. So that will automatically come with the nightclub as long as that garage will always be there as long as you own the nightclub. The terabyte won't. You have to purchase that. But let's go to basement level 1, where we will find our sell vehicles. Now, I did say you will only get one sell vehicle per mission. Yes, always only one. Now, if you're sourcing a whole batch of crates, this is really good. So there's 3 sell vehicles you can get. This is the Speedo Custom, which is the fastest, most agile, and I have the max armor upgrades. I do recommend you get armor upgrades within this. For if you're selling 1 to about 70 crates, if I remember correctly, you'll get this vehicle. Yes, pretty fast, pretty good. It's a tank for what it is, and these sell vehicles can take some hits from that, so don't worry about getting grief too much. However, one time I did lose $400,000 of nightclub goods because I had 3 griefers after me in a public lobby. 3. Not even kidding you. I had stood no chance, and that was with a friend as well. So if you're selling another 70 to about, I forget, 100 something crates, you'll get the Mule Custom. This is a very slow vehicle. I've only used this one once. I don't really recommend getting this, but if you don't have enough for the next sell vehicle, don't worry about it. By the way, the Speedo Custom comes with that, with the nightclub, so you don't have to worry about purchasing it. The only thing you have to do is you can modify it directly in here, and I would just get the upgrade, like the armor upgrades. Mule Custom, you could do the same thing. This runs for about, if you have the trade price unlocked, which is sell 5, make 5 sales as CEO or nightclub or motorcycle club president. You'll unlock this for $79,000 compared to its normal $97,000. Either one, not too bad. The next one is the Pounder Custom. This was $241,000. I don't think it had a trade price. I think it was just flat out one of these. I believe this is faster than the Mule Custom, not as fast as that one. And if you're selling basically anything over like 110 crates or more, you're going to get this vehicle. Yes, so most of these can take a few hits, but you only get one of these vehicles, which is nice, so you don't have to go back and forth. Now let's quickly, before I show you just the Terabyte Garage and then the vehicle garages before I wrap this up, there's actually 2 other features that I have to worry about. One is you can call with the new Enterprise DLC, you can call Johan to request nightclub goods, and this will source a random good, whether it be crates, whether it be the green stuff, whether it be anything. You can sort it from him. I can't do it while I'm in the nightclub, but it will also show, okay, your nightclub's this full and this is your product. But if you set that, he will start a source mission to get these goods. And you just do the mission, you bring the goods back to the nightclub, and you have more stock in that. That's worth doing. I believe there's a certain what was the cooldown on that? I believe it's either 20 or 40. I believe it's 20 minutes. Is it 10 or 20 minute cooldown for that? So you can't just spam that. Of course, that would be abuse of that. Business battles are good to do that too. You can bring in that. But Johan, you could definitely do that. I do recommend doing that every now and then. Instead of like trying to do AFK, and you can bring home a lot of crates. Apparently, I thought you only bring 1 crate per time that you do that. Apparently, you can bring in a lot of crates. Like I've heard someone brought in like 6 crates just by doing that Johan source mission. The missions are pretty easy. You just would have to like stop a van or kill some enemies and then steal it from a tugboat that's off the water. It's not moving, so that's good. It's just off the shore. It's not too bad. Those will take you maybe about 10 minutes max. You do have a limited time to get it back there, and that will also reward you with about $10,000 to $13,000 if you do that mission too. So a little bit money requested there. So now, how would you sell these? The high demand bonus just applies here, just like it does with the MC businesses and the crate business as well. So you get, I believe, with these new Enterprise DLC, I believe you get 1% to 2% bonus for every player that is not in your crew or your business. You get that bonus for every single player, and you can get a lot of money back from that. So if you're wanting to, you can sell these solo in a full lobby, and you can make your 1 million. Let's say you have $1.5 million and a full lobby of like 30 people. You can easily get almost 2 million from selling it back in that, if not even more than that. So high demand bonus worth it in this. However, I personally, because of my experience with griefers and stuff, I do sell in solo lobbies or invite only lobbies. Just because when I'm selling it that much, I don't want to deal with the griefers, especially when it comes up to that much money. There's a lot of griefers in this game, and I just can't take the risk every single time. Yeah, especially when I'm transporting like $1 million within that. So it's up to you whether you want to take that risk. Out of all of the businesses, I would say, yeah, definitely this one. If you want to take the risk, it's high risk, high reward type of thing with the nightclub. So do what you want within that. You do get that bonus. this is a solo friendly business. Yes, um, it is a solo friendly business, so you can do this completely solo. If you do this with friends, you don't get multiple vehicles. You can just hop in with the same one, or you can have friends to protect you while you do the mission. Now, because of my location, the reason why I did solo is because if I did it in multiplayer, I have about 3 to 4 miles to drive every single time that I do it, because I'm in the LSIA location, and most of my sell missions are way further away than that. So that's why I personally selected that, so I can easily make it within that. This is one of the car garages I have. This is, by the way, just to show this off, this is the all-electric car. I just wanted one of these. I don't think I'm going to keep it in this garage personally, but just to store it, that's what it is. So you have 10 slots per each garage in here, and you can, if you want, let's just go to the terabyte garage. So while I do that, let's sum it up a little bit. Nightclub, best passive income in the game. I would put up an argument with that one. Very solo friendly. Not really a whole lot of other things that I would really say over that. You can AFK for whatever amount of time up on those security cameras. The only problem is your nightclub popularity is going to go down. So if you go to sleep for one of that, expect your popularity to be low and your safe to be filled. Which, if you want to grab that $250,000, that's an amazing way to do it. Just AFK. Yes, but if not, just let your businesses run in background. You get tons of money back from this. As you can see, I have the terabyte garage in here. That's really good that I had that in here. Nightclub, as I keep saying, one, if not the best business to own in GTA Online after you've gotten several other businesses. As you can see, which we're going to see, just in case y'all want to know how much I've done. Why can't I access? Oh, that's because the computer is here. Here, I have earned from the warehouse. I've completed 14 sale missions. Now, not all of these have been 1 million plus. I've sold some at like $100,000 to $400,000 just because I really needed that. I don't always recommend that, but I was in a clutch and I needed that money. So that's why I have 14 sales on this one for about $2.7 million. And that's going to change about now. That's about to say 15 sales for like about $3+ million. Yes, that's really good for that difference. I actually think, honestly, here's the sad thing. I think my MC businesses in a few less attempts have a little bit more than what that is, than what I have in that. So that's the nightclub businesses, which, by the way, one more thing before I wrap this up. If you want to start a sell mission, if you want to swap out your DJs for any of this stuff, you can do that from the master control terminal in your arcade. Sorry, I had to think of the business. In your arcade, you can do it from that. And the last little feature, and don't buy any of those cosmetic stuff until you've gotten like a couple $1 million on that. It's not going to last too much. So be on the lookout for like a little blue person sign or the little blue dot on that. And you'll either have to take a VIP to the hospital or to at home. You'll get paid $10,000, or kick somebody out of a nightclub. You get $10,000 plus 1 bar of popularity. I'm going to also steal another $50,000 from this. Really good stuff to keep this up. Just come back and check it every now and then. You can also dance on the dance floor. I'm not going to show that right now because I got to wrap up this video in about 2 minutes. But I'm not sure. I've heard that if you're above halfway on your popularity, I forget if you're below or if you're above halfway on your popularity, you can dance for a little bit increase in popularity. So that's the nightclub. It's the most complicated business, and for me doing my first GTA video on this, very interesting. I'm going to do more business guides for you guys on this. And hopefully in the future, I may redo this, but also putting in some footage of me doing some of these missions within that. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. When are you going to get the nightclub? Yes, how much money have you earned from that? And be sure to like and subscribe to this video. Remember, if we reach 200 subscribers, I'll reveal what mouse I'm playing with while gaming. So thank you all very much. Again, I apologize if the audio is not that great. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. My name is Hectic. I'll see you guys in the next one.